Good day, YouTube. It is a rainy 12th of October, 2023, and this is a pair of Peavey SP5s. I have a mobile DJ business. I have three hydraulic speaker towers. Allows me to put speakers 15-20 feet in the air. Each tower will hold 4, 6, or 8 speakers depending on the tower, and these are my speaker of choice. However, until yesterday I only owned 2 pairs of these. This is a third pair. These were for sale. They were cheap. Gentleman was very honest, said one of them's making weird noises, but they were cheap enough that I didn't care. I actually have one, possibly 2 replacement brand new Peavey Scorpion 15-inch speakers, which are correct for these speakers. So I bought these, didn't need to listen to them or anything. I didn't actually care. I also grabbed at the same time with the package that pair of speaker stands, which I don't really need, but you know, they were part of the deal. A couple of old cables, and this Peavey amp. It is an M2600. I believe it's a 130 watt amplifier, and everything is in, you know, working order. I don't need this amp. It's a little small for my needs, but I can put something together for somebody at some point and make them a good system. That's a nice quality amp. It's just not that big. So I plugged these speakers in this morning to just a 50 watt practice amp, and this one speaker is pretty noisy. It's growly. I'm gonna put on some non-copyrighted music. These speakers are bi-ampable. If you're not familiar what a bi-ampable speaker is, you can run these on one amplifier, okay, and we're running them full range. Okay, this is just a 1/4 inch jack we've just plugged into it. If you want to go to another speaker, you can plug another cable in here, take it to another speaker, which I've actually done with the bottom speaker there. Just have one plug into the bottom speaker, and then from the bottom speaker to the top speaker. That's how we're powering these up. You can, however, change your mix and run only your low frequencies to one amplifier and your high frequencies to another amplifier, and use this right side bi-amp set of plugs. This one here is for your high frequencies, and the one on the right is for your low frequencies. So let me plug into just the low frequency, because it's the big speaker that we're having trouble with, and I'm gonna turn on some non-copyrighted music and see if you can hear it through the camera. I'm not sure what you'll be able to hear, but it's gravelly. Okay, so I'm gonna put you in front of the speaker, give you your best opportunity to hear it. You can hear that gravelly between the bumps. Okay. Now, it doesn't mean that speaker's trashed. It doesn't appear to be tore, broken, detached, or anything. It may just be dirty in the back. So we need to take it out of here. We need to take the magnet off the back, and we need to inspect it and see if it's dirty or if it's been overheated. If it's been overheated, then it might be warped on the back and it will have to be replaced. So it is not good enough for my needs, and that is why they sold it, and they sold it expensively. I was expecting worst case scenario. I had exchanged it, to exchange the speaker out of it. Pretty sure that I had one, and I do have one. So let's get this apart, take you along for the ride. I think I have everything I need. I gotta sneeze. Ooh, man. Okay. So 5/16 nut driver, we'll pull this horn out of here. We'll take the handle off because it gives you pretty good access. These are threaded screws, by the way. You'll never get this out of there completely with the magnet on it. So we're going to set this aside. It's been a while. I can't remember how this comes out of there. I'm going to pull the handle off in case I can see something there. These are just wood screws on these handles, so FYI. I'm going to tuck my hand back in here. See if there's any. Don't know. Okay, I'm going to grab a screwdriver, and I think this may just Velcro on the four corners, and we'll pull the Velcro and get it out of here. Got a screwdriver. I can't remember if this trim pops out of here. It's not one to come easily. Yeah. Move this around so I can get the pry onto this side. There we go. Aha, it's part of the whole grill attachment. There we go. Ooh. Yeah, it's very noisy going in and out, which means it is dirty in there. If it can be cleaned, we're going to save this thing. I'm going to bring you in real close here. Hang on. Listen. Okay. Yeah, it shouldn't rattle like that. So there's a coil that goes inside a slot in the magnet in the back, and I believe that's the issue we have here. So yeah, but it's hard to explain, but I need this exact speaker. So whatever work it takes to make this thing good, I'll put into it. I'll put money into it. I'll do whatever. It has to do with the weight of the speakers. 2 of my lifts will hold 350 pounds. 4 of these speakers will max it out, but it will lift it. Anything heavier than this, and it won't. I've already bought and then had to resell 4 bigger speakers. They were Black Widow 15s, but the same drivers, because I put 4 of them on the lift, and the lift wasn't designed to carry that much weight. So I had picked up a pair of these, and I did some weigh-in, and next thing you know, I got one more pair. They're real hard to come by in any condition, and now I'm pretty much willing to buy them destroyed if I can rebuild them. We'll leave a top one. support the speaker on the bottom here. And they're heavy. We got 2 wires to disconnect. I could probably do that from in here. I'm going to reach around. They're down on the bottom and they just, well, let me support it and we'll get it out. You can see what we're doing here. Oh, sit there. Sit there. There we go. So here's the connectors. So the yellow and the red are together, okay? So the yellow is positive on the red plug. Let me set this on the table. Alright. Let me see if there's anything rattling around in there. 7/16 or 10 millimeter, not sure. Let me grab both. Alright, it's 7/16. I'll pull these apart long, enough to remember everything. Magnets are beautiful, aren't they? I was thinking there used to be a paper label on these, but maybe not. You don't think that magnet's powerful? Yeah. So I do hope this is just dirty, and some of these have, and this one has a foam filter in there, so it's moving air. The air it sucks in isn't dirty, but in time, about as old as these speakers are, in time, the filter material goes bad, and it starts sucking the filter material in, and there'll be black foam fragments everywhere, and that could be what we're seeing. Okay. So you want to lift this straight off. There's coils in there and you don't want to take it to the side. So we need to lift it straight off. This is all aluminum, so there's nothing magnetically holding it here now that those bolts are out. So straight up. The foam filter is in there. But what we are seeing here, yeah. Okay, so here's the issue, and this is good because I think it's all fixable, but we got to do this carefully. So we got a little bit of scoring over here. Nope, it's just dust, wipes right off. But this here is accumulated, and that is that scraping noise. That is what's causing the rattle. So we've got to clean that, but we've got to do it carefully. So I got a couple ideas, and just kind of looking at the rest of the speaker from the back side, it looks fine. But that is an issue, and then we'll have to clean out that groove. And that can be a little tricky in itself, but I think we can get there. So let me get some cleaning materials, and let's get this cleaned up and get this thing sounding right. And then I can put that very expensive Scorpion replacement speaker back where I got it for another day when I really need to replace it. So no need to spend, those are like 179 bucks. No reason, and if you can find them, because I notice they're getting a little hard to get. So. But let's get this clean. We're going to use probably Awesome Cleaner if it works, and some Q-tips and such. I'll go get it. I think I gave up my Q-tips. I think my wife needed them one day, and I go, oh, I got some at the barn. Alright, this is a Totally Awesome Cleaner from the Dollar Tree. I've actually got a video or two out, because this has a degreaser. It's really good, but it's not going to melt the insulation or anything off of the coil. That would be bad. That would ruin it. Okay. We're going to apply it and kind of let it soak a little. Okay, it's taking a little off. Be patient. Show patience. Okay, it's gonna take a minute, right? This ain't gonna be a fast little deal here. I'm gonna pop the filter out of here, and I'll bet what we find is it's rotting. Yeah, it's coming apart. I'm pushing it out with my finger, and it's gonna come out in pieces. Because I think that's what that is this filter material. It was well intended, it just doesn't last the life of the speaker. So out it goes. Just kind of pulled a rag through it. So, yeah. That's what that black was that filter coming apart. It gets in there, moves back and forth, back and forth. It warms up, it melts itself to the coil, and now we have this drag. Your speaker was still functioning, but that didn't sound great. I was wondering if I could live with it, but I can't. It's too obnoxious. Wow, it is not coming off easily, guys. Starting to rain out there. Okay, well, it's not coming off easily, and we can't live with it on there. So yep, that foam just destroyed. I'm gonna get a little piece of Scotch-Brite pad. I hate to do it, but what are we gonna do? So it's green Scotch-Brite. So this is pretty bad, guys. It really is. I don't know. I don't know of any other way to do this. I hesitate using harsher chemicals. Trying to be as delicate as I can, but it's got to come off. Well, let's see about cleaning the inside of this. I'm feeling like toothpicks, probably. I'm gonna kind of let that go, and we're gonna try this speaker again. I'm not gonna do any more good or harm to that as I have to. It's a good tight fit. That's good. Yeah. Well, now we got to get something dry that we can get in there, like business cards or something. Let me see what I got. All right, cardboard off a soda case. And then we're going to reassemble it. Yeah, there's a little black on there. That's good. That means we've cleaned it up a little. But have we cleaned it up enough to function? Kind of trying to put pressure on the inside and the outside. Pretty clean. Alright, let me look for something. I found what I was looking for. I had made these some years ago when I started working on Peavey speakers, and they are bolts with the heads cut off. Can't remember what size they are. I think they're like a 1224. To thread into here, tell me they're the correct size. Yeah, there we go. Just a couple threads, and that is to be a guide to put the magnet on without damaging the coil. So remember, that has to go into that slot. So here we go. This is the tall one, and that's purpose, because you can look down through and you can see that. Just navigating the holes in the magnet that aren't completely lined up. Okay, then we can pull these out. I want to screw them out, but the magnet's what's holding them. Well, what do you think? Have we cleaned it enough? Again, I didn't want to damage it, but you know, it's not going to work right the way it is either. This might be 1/4 20, guys. Seeing how this is a 7/16. headed pole. If you want to make a set. I was lucky to find them. I have a lot of stuff. I'm going to push back and forth on this speaker and see if it makes any noise. Guys, it's quiet. Oh, I got a little bit of noise over here. Dang. Okay, I'm going to adjust the magnet. I'm going to move it. We're going to reclock it, okay? It is rubbing. Okay. Okay, try again. Yep, dang it. Alright, I'm going to reclock it again and just verify it's still rubbing, and then I don't know what we'll do. We might test it. I know it's not going to work, but I don't want to throw this away. Alright guys, I've got some 400 grit sandpaper. I reassembled it. I've moved it everywhere I could. It's still rubbing. It's rubbing right here. This could ruin this speaker. I plugged it in. It still sounds as bad as it did. Still functions, but what good is it, right? So I don't know what else to do but to try to sand that down. If we don't short everything together, it'd be okay. I created this so that I could sand below the level here. I'm going to use the Scotch-Brite pad as a sanding block. Probably some people out there really questioning this, but it's kind of like giving CPR to somebody. They're already gone. You can only improve the situation. I'm gonna put a little liquid on it. All right. Okay, I'm going to reassemble and test again. Alright, I went and got some big sockets to find one that kind of fits this, what I'm looking for, to see if this coil is still round. And it's not perfect in the area of this damage. Yeah, I'm gonna keep playing with it. Alright guys, I've played with it all I can. About just destroyed it anyway. It still functions. It doesn't sound any better. It's still scratching all the way through. I have a feeling it's been overheated and warped, and it's just not going to get better. So let's put the new speaker in it. Much as it pains me to use it up, you gotta have it. It's gotta be done. It's all right. I will keep this because the magnet's good, and the Scorpion speakers, like the Black Widows, you can replace the baskets without replacing the magnet. So I've got a box for the new speaker. I'll put this in and I'll label it what it is. Yeah. This one feels a little heavier. This has the magnet. I can't remember where I got it. It's in the new box, so I might have bought them for a speaker that turned out not to need them. I do always put my speakers back to stock condition as they came from the factory. Not everybody does that. Everybody has their own ways. But that's the way I do it. I'm reaching through the handle hole to get the magnet so I can get this thing in place. We'll snug them with a drill, but we'll finish them up by hand, okay? That's the way we roll. There should be one more up here somewhere. There it is, hiding. Go from a Phillips to a 5/16 for the horn. Dropped that one, didn't I? I dropped it. Where'd it go? I'll find it. Tighten by hand. We'll put the side handle back in it also. Whilst we're at it, them by hand. New speakers. All right, let's try it. Wake up, computer. Okay, full range. But I couldn't save the old one. That's a bummer. I really was hoping I could, but is what it is. You know, that bottom one looks like the speaker's been replaced in it at some point. It's bright and shiny, and the speaker's nice and black compared to this one. So, guys, tried to fix it. Well, we did fix it, but I tried to fix it without replacing it. We ended up replacing it. That happens. I'll look around online, and I always keep my eyes out for speakers. That's probably how I got these. You know, someone bought them and didn't use them or whatever. I'm looking for them every day, so if you see them, let me know. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Comment and subscribe and thumbs up on the way out. We'll catch you guys on the next video.